So today we are going to learn about logistic regression. Okay. Logistic regression. So what is logistic regression? Logistic regression, it is a statistical model that in its basic form uses a logistic function to model a binary dependent variable. Although many more complex extensions exist. Okay. So in regression analysis, logistic regression estimates the parameter of a logistic model. So it estimates the parameter of a logistic model. So mathematically, a binary logistic model has a dependent variable with two possible values, such as pass or fail, which is represented by an indicator variable, where two values are labeled 0 and labeled 1. Okay. So this is what logistic regression is. Now, how this logistic regression actually being formulated, that we can understand from linear regression. Okay. So we cannot use a normal linear regression model on binary data. So if the situation is something like this, let's say these are our data. So, and this is x-axis is probability and y-axis is the input. So in this case, you can see that we cannot use a normal linear regression model on binary data. So the data nature of the data is of binary. So these all circles are in one side, these crosses are in another side. Okay. So in this case, if you use a linear regression model, which you already have learned, like y equal to beta 0 plus beta 1 x. So in this fashion, you cannot do much about it because data are of binary type of nature, like all data are in one side, another data is in another side. So this straight line is not at all helping us, which is linear regression, which we have already learned. Linear model or linear regression, you can call it. Okay. So in such situation, on the other hand, if you can transform this linear regression model to a logistic regression curve, then it would somewhat help us. So what I'm trying to say is this. Let's say now I have a logistic regression curve. Okay. So logistic regression curve basically looks like this, not exactly straight line, but this is a logistic regression curve. So this side is the probability side, y-axis, and this is the input side, let's say. So this is logistic regression. curve. So this logistic regression curve is slightly different than linear regression. Okay, so this is logistic regression curve. So in this case it might does just justification somewhat in a better way. Okay, but it is better than this linear regression model. So now here this function that I have used is called sigmoid function. Okay, sigmoid function. So let me rub it. So sigmoid function. This sigmoid function is used in logistic regression. So the sigmoid function just now you have seen how this sigmoid function looks like it's like a snake type of thing. So the sigmoid function, also known as logistic function, results the output value between 0 to 1. Okay, now our graph will be little bit changed in case of logistic regression, which uses sigmoid function. Sigmoid function is very common function. In fact, in case of neural network, when you will be learning neural network, that time you will see that in case of activation function, you can choose sigmoid function. Okay, or sigmoidal function. So let's say here it is starting from -8, -6, -4, -2, 0. So at this position, let's say, okay, and your sigmoid function will be look like this. So the function will be represented as sigmoid function will be represented as phi z equal to 1 minus e to the power minus z. So this is e to the power, this graph is e to the power minus z. Okay, so and let's say this is 0.5. So this is sigmoid function. Okay, this is sigmoid function. Now as we said that the output of a linear regression, if you can convert that output into a sigmoidal function, then how situation will be. Okay, so let me rub it. So what you have learned until now, you have learned so there are different ways of learning logistic regression. I am just giving you a very introductory and basic way of understanding it. Maybe later on, if you get time, you will learn it in a detailed way, like starting from the scratch. But here I am converting the things from linear regression to sigmoid this logistic regression, so that understanding will be easy. Okay, or otherwise if I directly start from logistic regression, you will think what is going on. Okay, so earlier you have learned this straight line, which is a linear regression, right? And the equation for it, this linear regression, is nothing but y equal to beta 0. We used to write like this: beta 0 plus beta 1 x. This is what you have learned. And the output points are surrounding by this straight line. And we have also seen how to calculate the error and how to estimate this beta 0 and beta 1. In the last class we have learned that. Okay, so this is the linear regression. So you can name it as linear regression model. What logistic regression is doing here, same thing, just it is little bit of spiral, okay, or else I can do like this side. Yeah, so this one is logistic model, this one. So this side is x, 0. Okay, and this is beta 0, you know that. Okay, so the output of the linear regression can be put into the sigmoid function and you can get the outcome. So the output of linear regression can be placed into the sigmoidal or sigmoid function. Okay, sigmoid function. So second point is, whatever the value of the linear regression, the output always going to be, so this maximum value is nothing but not this one, I would say this one. One second. Yeah, okay. So whatever the value of the linear regression, the output always going to be logistic model. Output always going to be logistic, within the logistic model, that means within the 0 to 1. So here the outcome in a probability from 0 to 1 will belong to class 1. Okay, now if you put a cutoff into it, let's say we are putting a cutoff into it, which is 0.5, and here it is maximum value 1.0, and then it is starting, let's say, from 0.0. Okay, and this is the cutoff, and here it is 0, like last graph I have shown you, 4, 6, 8. This is the range. Okay, and here it is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, sorry, not 0.6, -4, -6, -2, and -8. And here let's say another, it's not exact, I'm not able to draw it as a straight line, but it is assumed this is a straight line, and a logistic regression curve, that means sigmoidal curve, will look like this. Okay, so if you can write here, if the cutoff point is at 0.5, any outcome above 0.5 can be considered as class 1, and any output below 0.5 is class 0. Okay, so this side is class 1, let's say, and this side is class 0. Okay, so let's say this side is class 1 and this side is class 0. So this is what logistic regression is, slightly different. The function is nothing but, we can write the logistic regression function as phi z equal to 1 minus 1 plus e to the power minus z and this point can be considered as p. Let's say this is p, so you can write p here. This is nothing but, if you look at it from linear regression point of view, so it will be 1 plus e to the power minus z, z will be beta 0 plus beta 1 x. So the conversion line from that point of view also you can think it. Okay, that is 1. In case of linear regression I am talking, e to the power minus beta 0 plus beta 1 x, or you can consider beta 0 beta 1 x. Okay. This is what thing is, but anyway we are not needing this thing right now. So this is what logistic regression is. Now you understood the function, you understood everything. This logistic function, which is logistic regression model or logistic regression function, is also used as a activation function in artificial neural network or neural network. Okay, neural network, neural net. Anyway, I'm not writing this. Yeah, neural network. Okay. So how to evaluate that? Evaluation will be based on first on training data. So to have this logistic regression implemented on, let us say, Google Colab, you will be implementing, or maybe in other platform, Python. So evaluation will be based on first training data set, and then you have to develop the model, and on the test model you have to evaluate the performance. Okay, so and then finally we will be using, so train data and then test data you have to evaluate. So how evaluation happen? First you develop the model on train data, evaluate the model on test data, and then finally you have confusion matrix. I am not going to detail in confusion matrix. I will be teaching it in a different way on separate class. I will be spending on confusion matrix and other metric through which you can represent the model performance. Okay, so these things are there. Now let us implement this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I started recording. So what you can do, so in the last class we have seen that how to go to the how in the Google Colab we can actually execute the program. So we have seen in us_housing.csv dataset we have got the results, everything, heat map and all. Okay, training, testing, everything we got. Today this logistic regression is not it's not a regression. It behaves like a classification model. You have seen that behaves like a binary classification model. So what I suggest you can there are few data set available, you go there. So maybe you can go to this Titanic data set is there. Titanic dataset, okay, and then you develop the model of logistic regression. Today you can do this, okay.